Hey, good Saturday morning. It is Saturday, March 22nd. Patrick the Okie Shaver. I picked up a few things. We were in Oklahoma City yesterday. I took off, and my wife's last day of spring break, and we went to Oklahoma City and went to some antique shops. And I found quite a few things that I picked up. Imagine that. But this razor is one that I have had before, but it had a big dent in the top cap, and I could never get it to shave correctly. As you can imagine. But it's new to me, but it's a silver star. There it is, etched on there. And I couldn't find anything conclusive in the compendium or anywhere else. But I'm going to say this is probably from the late 50s, 60s, sometime. When I first started wet shaving, Silver Star was a cheaper blade that I used quite often. I had a couple hundred packs, as a matter of fact, and I used them. I want to say they're made in Turkey, probably a Lord product, but I'm not exactly sure. And I also have a new to me set of software that I'm going to be using, but it's Ariana and Evan's Matcha, and it's a green tea scent, and I like tea, and most tea scents I get along with pretty well. But yeah, it's in the Ultima Base, Ultima Splash, whatever that means. It's that iteration. Got some coffee. Everything kind of matches today. I didn't intend it to match, but the brush we're going to be using is a vintage solid set Boar that's been reknotted and redone by Timothy Abernathy. I sent off some stuff to get reworked by him Wednesday. So I'll be having a few new brushes, nothing, all vintage stuff. But anyways, I wrote down the scent notes to this, and it's for the splash and soap. It's bergamot, green tea, almond milk, I don't know, clary sage, bay, galbanum, and Virginia cedar. But it's a nice light scent. But then again, not. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. Probably. I'll load up the brush here. I hope y'all are all doing well and good and all that, and your Saturday is going good so far. It's light, but then again, not. That doesn't make any sense, I know, but that's kind of how I see it or smell it. I'll wet the face and get lathered up. I did not shave yesterday morning, so I've got a couple days growth. Shave Thursday morning, around 6 or so. But hey, let's get into lathering here. Water. I probably have to go back to the salt before this is over with. My wife and I had a really nice lunch yesterday. Not fancy, but it was at a sandwich shop, and the sandwich I got was called a Cortez, and it's the bread is actually Mexican cornbread. It has caramelized onions, grilled jalapenos, pepper jack cheese, and braised short rib. Probably weighed about a pound. I couldn't eat it all. And my wife, with her dietary restrictions, she had some kind of a chicken thing called Fancy Pants. Anyway, if you're ever in Oklahoma City, check them out. Alright, let's see how that does. I think it's going to be alright. In this razor, we have a first use Gillette Nacet. Alright, there we go. And the, of course, the design on this is like a tech, so to say. Alright. Good so far. We're almost a quarter of the way through the year. Strange. Seems like it was just New Year's the other day. Got about a week or so left of this month, and then starting month number 4. Well, turkey season starts next month. Crappie ought to be biting. Probably are biting already. Cool this morning here, about 40. We had really strong winds Friday, up to 50-mile-an-hour gusts. We were out in the field trying to walk against that stuff uphill. It's not fun. All right, and we're out of soap. Get it. People think that a tea scented soap and splash might smell bad, or the first one I ever had, and it's still really nice, is it's in French. La Tea Evenel, or whatever it is, from Noble Otter. That stuff smells really good. I can't remember what it's called now. I shouldn't have said anything, I guess. Then I have one from, I can't remember if it was Barrister and Man or Ariana and Evans. But It was called London. It was nice. Ended up trading it off for something. Somebody was looking for it, and I traded it. I really like this one. I got the soap in a box of stuff I bought from a guy a couple months ago, and I've been looking for the Splash, and Long Island Shaver actually had it on a BST the other day, and I bought it. Good second pass. This seems a little more not aggressive than a Tech, maybe. That's the word I'm looking for. Efficient, I guess you might say, or I might say. Maybe not quite as smooth as a Tech from that era, but maybe a touch more efficient. Open up, so they're up for pass 3. Doesn't taste like tea. Blech. Bad. Alright, here we go, pass 3. The Silver Star blades that I used to get, I think they were $7.99 or $8.99 for 100 at there's a place in Europe, Razor Club, something like that. And then I bought a lot of different blades from them. And as long as you bought 100, it was free shipping. I bought a lot of pole silver from them, and then they finally become extinct nearly. I've got a few packs left. A buddy of mine's probably got 1,000 of them, but he wouldn't ever part with them. Pretty nice shave. No complaints. There's a little bit of maybe more cedar and bergamot in the splash, but also the tea is there also, the bay. Whereas for me, the soap is mostly the tea. I don't know how long this stuff has been out, but I kind of describe whenever I try something new or something I think people may be interested in. But let me recap and I'll get off here. How about that? So today we used the vintage Silver Star DE razor. Like I said, I couldn't find anything too specific about that razor, so I'll just leave it at a 50s, 60s vintage DE. It gave me a good shave. There's no complaints whatsoever. For the soap and splash, we used Ariana and Evans Cha Cha Matcha. Very nice green tea scent. For the brush, we used the vintage solid set with the Boar in it. This was a gift from a fellow wet shaver, a friend of mine down in Texas. Sent it to me a few years ago. I use it occasionally, not probably like I should. But and in the shaver we used a new Gillette Nacet. If I'd have had any silver scars, that would have been the one to use in it, I guess, but I don't have it anymore. Alright. Well, let me get off here and let y'all go. Thank you so much for stopping by and sharing your time with me. I really appreciate it. Anyhow, y'all be good and be careful, safe, stay healthy and all that good stuff, and I will see y'all next Saturday, Lord willing. Thank you much for stopping. Bye.